Was done today. Hello. Simples.
What was that, the stream being started, or?
Yeah.
Was that your intro?
Yeah.
Were you serious?
Yeah.
That's not very professional of you. Oh, I've just got the notification. That was your
Hello,
your intro.
viewers. Welcome
All of
to
that build-up.
welcome to the British Grand Prix at the Silverstone circuit.
Please tell me that was the first bit of the stream.
No.
Wow, your intro was really that horrific.
Did you know that Silverstone held Jack
Oh
Elsie's
dear,
retired?
there's already a red. He's got a quality ban, hasn't he?
The first Formula One World Championship Grand Prix.
And apparently it's gonna be under threat from going off the calendar, which is just brilliant.
Stefano Domenicali needs to sort himself out. Honestly, what a mong.
Not to offend any Italian drivers in the league, if they even exist, but that's Italians for you.
Yeah, idiots.
Right.
Anyway, I think Marshy's out.
It is Marshy, the one of two interesting people in last week's race. Hopefully he can make this one interesting too. And I wouldn't mind stealing someone's setup here, because, well, certain reasons. Single tier 2, that reserved in tier 1, finished ahead of you, Kofi, at Austria.
I think it's important to note that Owen is actually a Jew.
I think it's important to note that I'm also correct. So, what are your thoughts on that? Like, you got both out-qualified, outpaced, and outraced by every single tier 2 reserve. What are your thoughts on this? While we wait for people to get on laps.
I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't even listening to you.
What are your thoughts on the fact that last week at Austria you got both outraced, outqualified,
I didn't race.
outpaced by every single tier 2 reserve? It doesn't matter that you didn't race, because everyone that every tier 2 that scored points outscored you at Austria. What are your thoughts?
I don't care. I didn't race.
Orbeng's left.
Invite him back.
But you, like, that was a pivotal
You see, Owen,
moment in the
right? I had a little
championship,
tournament yesterday at France. Now, if you had raced there, even though the people weren't too quick, if you had raced there, you would have binned it. I didn't. I kept myself calm and composed and won. So I don't know where it, Owen.
Who's had 2 podiums in a row, tier 1?
Yes, you hit me.
Who's ahead in the championship in tier 1?
I couldn't care less, Owen.
I mean, I don't deserve to be there,
I'm
but
actually
I am
about
there,
to start his lap. Comes around the
Who am I
final
like?
corner. Orbang, he's just rejoined. Onto the Hamilton straight, which I'm sure Marshy loves, because he's a member of the cool LH. Through turn 1.
See?
And now through turn 2, he's an LH fan.
That must be depressing. I think I'll watch Magnus's lap.
Marshy, round the corner, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway,
Round
onto
the corner.
the
Top tier commentary.
The Wellington straight, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is. Well done. That is one thing you know. And then you've
through
got
Luffield.
Luffield? Yes. And then
down
just
on.
Whoa.
Coming up to Cop's corner.
Exit.
Down the. It doesn't have a name. Anyway, through Cop's corner, very fast right-hander. Keep your maximum speed high, but don't exceed on that. Oh, he's exceeded. He didn't invalidate though, so we can still watch. Now through the infamous corners of Maggots and Beckett's. Those of you who remember Nico Rosberg being overtaken by Max Verstappen in the wet here. Nico Rosberg, of course, being the man who beat Lewis Hamilton in equal machinery in 2016. Anyway. Down towards Stowe. Down to gear 6. Hug the apex. And use as much of the outside curve as possible. Preparing yourself for Vale and Club. Very slow chicane. Use as much of the curb on the outside. Avoid the sausage curb. And across the line, set up benchmark a 128.8.
Magnus has backed off of his lap.
And back to improves and goes to a 128.5.
Oh, Andrew Tate is coming round the last corner to finish his lap.
And he goes second.
Disappointing from Tate there. I expected, but I mean, I have no idea who he is.
Not good
Um,
enough.
I mean, I know who. Never mind.
Anyway, Silky into the last few corners of the track. He'll hug the apex there, and now onto the Hamilton straight to set his time, and it will be a 1:29.6. Not good enough, and I'm sure he knows that.
Well, I mean, it is slowest of everyone at the moment, but it looks like he might be going for
To
it
Magnus
again
is going for it again on the medium set of tyres.
It's
Through
important
Abbey
to note that both
and
back
Farm
two
Curve
and
down to gear
two
3 for
are on
Village Corner.
mediums.
No, gear 2, never mind, I was wrong. Anyway, onto the Wellington straight. Not really much to commentate on here. DRS wide open. Very quick. Into Brooklands. Hug the apex. Good line through Luffield. Very important to get your exit as good as possible for the back straight into Cops. And it seems he has done that. Into Cops, high speed right. Just a lift off the throttle for him.
WRL Felix has gone for fastest on the medium side.
Through Maggots and Beckett's. Make sure to keep the car as fast as possible through there. Onto the hanger straight.
Can't tell it's just improvised, can you?
Yeah, through Stowe. Yeah, well, at least I'm not about that squeaker commentator on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Down to gear 1 for Magnus, very interesting. Anyway, use the inside curve as much as possible at the last corner onto the Hamilton straight, and he sets a 120. Oh my god. Where's Orabeng? He's not sat a lap yet, I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
Oh, he's about to go through Cops, let's see. Okay, yeah, this guy's tier 1 pace.
You watched one flat corner.
I couldn't care less, he's tier 1 pace.
I mean, he did out-qualify me last weekend, but I was quite bad there. Of course, he out-qualified you by quite a bit. I'm going to keep it that one though. Race, I think. Two Magnus has gone fastest on the mediums, and Gaffo first into the 27s on the soft tyre. Not bad from him. And Orabeng, I say only second fastest. That's
only second fastest for Orabeng, not good enough. Gaffo though, of course, my goat, bowed out the championship fight because he just gave up his seat, but he's still got the pace.
And despite giving up his seat, came back straight away the next race.
Technically the last to set a lap. See, across the line, he does go second fastest. This places Orabeng. He's the second one into the 127s. We're 127.9.
Orabeng isn't in the top two. This is unheard of.
We might actually, right? No, I'm not going to say that yet.
But Magnus is really competitive on the mediums as well.
Is Magnus back? Is it the return of the king? The Welsh king?
Yep. The man that made us think from Bahrain alone that it'd be a boring season. And then sort of didn't really do anything for the next few races, but that's not important. So, who is going on a lap? Andrew Tate is coming out the pit lane.
That is interesting, to say the least.
Never thought I'd be saying that. So, it's important. What?
It's back to that's going out of the pits.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh, whoa, you can't be having that profane language.
It's terribly unfortunate that has slipped.
Those of you that are aware of this track's history know that it is located in Britain, which happens to be the nationality of Lewis Hamilton, who was beaten by Nico Rosberg in 2016 in equal machinery.
Hamilton won here.
Yes, but who won the championship in equal machinery? Exactly. Brittany.
Is anyone on a lap? Random Kit Captain has gone off. That's really tragic for his race right there. He's going to remain, for the time being, 3.2 seconds off the pace. Gaffo's not out, Sizzle's not out, Orbang's not out. Magnus, though, is on a lap set. Is on an out lap, and back to seems to be the next driver that's going to start a lap. So if you will ride on board with him, please go for it.
I am.
And he has traction control on, but crossing over the line. He starts lap going through the turn one, which is flat if you're willing to. He does go flat there. Quite well taken, actually.
It's always flat in quality.
Not if you're me. But very good lap so far, actually. Of course, he's on traction control, so he's definitely lost summit, but
As we got on the Wellington Straight, it's important to know if you're a Sky Q or Sky Class customer, you can press your red button to watch the highlights of the race so far, or quality so far, should I say.
of course there is no highlights because barely anything has happened. So, through Luffield, very good from back to here. I didn't see if he went purple in the first sector, and will he be flat through cop? No, he was not flat through cops. Not even on throttle at all. That was really conservative. I don't know if that's how you have to take it. Maybe he's low downforce. Conservative through Chapel as well, but still good lap so far. Will he be able to take pole from the man, the myth, LG Gaffo? I mean, hopefully.
I love the Alpine, it's got such a low ride height, it looks like an old car.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But Will, back to, go on to pole position.
He doesn't, but he goes in the 27s, as does 3 other people in the lobby, everyone else 28s, 29s or 30s. Or for random kitty 31s. Yeah, the Alpine though, the ride height, like if you look at like the Ferrari wing, it's about 4 feet off the ground. The Alpine is literally like rubbing up against the ground, just like the 2021 cars. Love it.
Andrew Tate is drifting on his outlap through sector 1.
Orbang has just started his lap. We'll ride on board with him to see if he can take provisional pole off of the Irishman.
Gone off on the Wellington Straight.
I'm not sure if he liked that, but a live
no, not the
spike
Wellington Straight. The Hanger Straight, sorry.
Anyway, onto the Wellington Straight. Orbang goes. Got a distance ho from the driver ahead at a Haas. The Haas of Holman. Holman is, of course, to go after securing his P5 last week. Anyway, through Luffield. Nice wide lines, prioritise the exit. Bit of error in traction there. That might cost him slightly. Orbang through Cops Corner. I thought he was going to take it flat there. He broke quite late for it. Anyway, into the famous Maggots and Beckett's corners. Hug the apex. Very close to Raleigh in there, but very well taken at the same time. Use a bit of the grass in the out. No. Anyway, onto the Hanger Straight we go. He is up. I don't think it's enough, but he is up. Maybe he can go into the 27s. But maybe Orbang doesn't have the pace today. We'll find out. Much of the curve as possible. Nope. Oh, he's pitted. He's overtook someone into the pits. What a move. Magnus is a 10th up. I'd expect him to be.
On himself or purple?
On himself, I don't know. I don't know how the delta works in this game. But anyway, through Maggots and Beckett's he goes. Again, he didn't use the grass on the outside. He's set a purple middle sector. He's 4 tenths up and absolutely flying. 4 tenths up and absolutely flying through the last sector. Few corners we go. No curb usage there. That's unexpected. Anyway, through Vale now. Off goes Leclerc. Through goes Hamilton. He is into the 27s, but it's not enough for provisional pole. Gaffo still holds that. Well, 127.8.
This is out by just 300ths of a second, not hundredths. Wait, is it hundredths?
Yeah. Gaffo is still provisional pole after our 2 championship contenders have set a lap.
But
Very weird.
Sizzle is coming to the line to start a lap.
This will be his last lap of the session.
And maybe the best.
Could be the best.
Very
depends on how he makes these corners.
1 and 2.
Nice line taken.
3 actually.
Into the loop.
quite good on traction.
And top G Andrews,
And,
he
oh,
sets a
that is
127.3. That's an incredible lap.
Incredible. I mean, we didn't know his pace before
So
he
it's
joined.
definitely not Josh Glancy.
We
But
do
anyway,
now.
Techno Sizzle. Purple sector 1. Not surprising, to be fair. Through Luffield now. Onto the back straight we go. The old pit straight. Into Cops Corner we go. No one's dared to take it flat yet. I'm assuming everyone's running lower downforce. Quite boring, really. Through Maggots and Beckett's.
Don't you run low downforce?
I run, compared to you, no.
What do you mean? You're spoiling my secrets here.
Purple
Quattro
sector
could
2
be
for Techno
listening in
Sizzle.
here.
Oh, this could be a flyer. This could be a flyer. In a minute, he is absolutely flying out there, the McLaren. Looking to take his first pole position of the season and reignite his championship hopes, although it might be a bit too late. This could be the good start. He has gone second quickest. First row.
Andrew Tate has run out of fuel. He will not get another lap.
He wasn't going to. Jackie Cabana has joined. Okay, we're all good.
Yeah, I was watching Tate's throttling, and just from looking at that, like he looks quick.
Yeah, he is. That's why.
Like he's just driving. Is he about to get? He's going to get score already. No, he's driving backwards. He's about to get. That's going to be a DSQ, surely. Surely he's going to get the score.
I would have been disqualified for that. I like a formal investigation.
How? What on
He's
earth?
also speeding, so I like that to be investigated as well.
I mean, yeah, technically. I mean, I don't know if what he did was illegal, just the game usually likes to disqualify people for that. But
What he did was definitely illegal. But it's not up to me to decide the incident outcome if no one's reporting it.
Gaffo is starting his lap, he's at turn 1 now. Carried quite a lot of speed through there. And tiny bit slow through 3. Good through 4. And quite a good exit onto the straight of name, which is probably something. And then into Luffield.
No, that wasn't Luffield, this is
Looks good so
Luffield.
far. Ah, it's the Luffield complex, same thing.
No, it's not. It's a Brooklands and Luffield.
Magnus is coming to the end of his lap. He will be the next to cross the line. He's
Yeah, he's
invalid.
invalidated, yeah. So P4 at best for
so is
Magnus.
Baxi.
Orebeng though,
Magnus-
it's an all-important lap for Orebeng. Well, it's not really, because we don't really want him to get pole. No offence, Orebeng, but we don't really want you to get pole because we want an interesting race today. Anyway, let's go back
Magnus
to,
has
let's go back to
missed the flag
Gaffo.
for another lap.
Let's go back to Gaffo. He very nearly invalidates there. Tough one not to. I would have been invalidated for that, let's be honest.
So next cross line is Orebeng, then random kitty cats.
Gaffo should invalidate the last corner. So we'll be Orebeng to set the next wide lap. 2/10 up apparently. It's not enough for pole, but it might be enough for a decent starting position for the race.
Silky invalidated.
A lot of people seem to have done. But anyway,
Best
Orebeng across the
Sausage
line, a
Pits.
127.9. He is on the third row. What has happened to Orebeng?
That is not what you'd expect from Orebeng, and that is.
Marshy,
I think
purple middle sector. He might get held up though.
that
He does
would
appear to be
tragic.
getting held up.
Oh, he's,
What?
that should be invalid.
He's been held up.
Okay,
Who was that?
that was Jackie Cabana.
It was his AI. So he can't report him
That-
for that.
I don't know. No, you can't. You can report for an AI.
No, because he's finished.
That's
It was his finished AI.
I got no. Okay, Marcy's been disqualified.
It was just that. I'm assuming he's typing in Discord because I'd be annoyed if that happened to me.
Yeah, that. Because Jackie Cabana joined mid-session. I know that. Well, we do have the newcomer of the one and only
Top G Andrew T has
on
gone 6/10 quicker than his time trial that he submitted for the finger. Is Jack LFC in the session? I think he needs an invite.
I get the feeling that he might be in Tier 1 soon, you know. Because, I mean, that kind of pace that's new. I mean, that could genuinely be quicker well, maybe not Quattro, but that'll be quicker than most Tier 1s. Including probably us. Definitely me. Yeah, so, qualifying rundown is Andrew Tate, Sizzle, Gaffo, Magnus, back to Orbeng, Silky, Felix, Holman, Essence Acid, and that's the top 10, and I didn't get them done in time because I forgot to do the qualifying rundown. But
Top G Andrew T, we have even word that he will be promoted to Tier 1 after this race.
I mean,
Owen, if we invite Jack now, if he takes control during the formation lap, will he get disqualified?
To be safe, I would say take control once the race has started. Because it does tend to disqualify people. He should wait. Because it disqualified the pole sitter last time out.
Southampton are 1-0 up against Arsenal in the first minute. Oh, that's brilliant.
But anyway, back to the important sporting event, which is the very prestigious CTCR Tier 2 Round 7 British Grand Prix, the home Grand Prix of the league, I think, because, well, Ireland doesn't have one, so.
Formation lap begins for Top G Andrew T in his inaugural race. He starts on pole. We'll be on tier 1 next week, though, so...
Assuming he doesn't have, like, the most horrific showing of any driver ever. But honestly, he's one of those people where, like, when you watch them drive, he makes it look fun even though you know it's a pain.
This game's terrible.
But, you know
I need to invite
like,
Jack LFC.
The way that he's driving the Alpine just
Well,
makes it
Jack LFC.
enjoyable.
Hopefully he remembers not to take control, because we can't restart if he does. Where's his name? I can't...
So, in terms of tyre choices, Tate in pole has gone for the hard tyre, Sizzle's on medium, Gaffo has also gone for the hard tyre, then Magnus and Bactib gone for the medium,
maybe expecting rain
on the hards.
Maybe expecting rain later on, I'm not sure.
Then again, hards do tend to be a preferred strategy for starting them, which is a bit odd, but it works. Then I think I was up to Arbank, he's on hard as well. Bit out of position for the championship leader, but I'm sure he'll recover. Then the Ferrari of YT Silky and the Williams WRL Felix are on mediums. The Haas of Holman, who had a great performance last time out, is on hards. Essence Acid and Random Kitty Captain are also on mediums. Jackie Gvanna on hards, and at the back of the grid, Jack LFC and I Marshy, a Red Bull and Mercedes, are both on... I've just turned off the tyre graphic. 1 second. Are both on the medium tyre. So.
My control just died.
Are you doing like this or am I? Okay, I'll just do it. So. As
inconvenience.
Andrew Tate comes to line up on the grid. His first ever race in the league. His first ever pole position in the league. Will it be his first ever win in the league? It's almost certain that it'll be first points, that's for sure, given... I mean, if the top 10 finish, we've had a good race. And he has done a 360, which I mean, you can get penalised for that now in the new rules, but I'm sure it's fine. We'll ignore that. So,
no, I think Jack might have been disqualified. Anyway,
Andrew Tate lines up on pole for his first race of the season. 5 lights, and it's not lights out, it's now maybe it's lights out, and away we go. Why have you stolen it? So Andrew Tate gets a brilliant start from pole position and leads into turn 1. The McLaren of Sizzle stays alongside. Gaffo and two Magnuses gone. Okay, two Magnus had contact. I think
There's a massive
Gaffo
incident
maybe
in the
spun on his
back.
own.
And that's Magnus's qualifying efforts, all for naught.
Has he got damage?
Jack
on
LFC
that
has
Red
been
Bull?
disqualified.
I mean, we did say on stream. I don't
No,
know if you
it
heard,
won't even
but...
let him rejoin. It won't even let him rejoin. It's just the game being terrible.
Okay, so Sizzle though is really putting pressure on Andrew Tate here. Never thought I'd say that either.
Arbeg's up into P3.
That's kind of expected, honestly. So, as per usual, Magnus second in the championship, not a great start. Arbeng leading the championship, wonderful start. So unlucky for Magnus again. Maybe he can recover this one. But as it stands, Andrew Tate leads the British Grand Prix. I mean, that's just
A weird opening lap. I mean, there's a massive incident. Arbeng's delta's broken for me.
I've not even got the delta on, I kind of forgot.
Oh, it's not. It's just not calculating integral delta. Apparently, he's 2/10 off the leader.
Andrew
I feel
Tate
like
is really under pressure here.
I feel like this lobby's broken. I mean, because for me, Arbeng's 2/10 off the leader according to the delta.
No, it's not for me. I think that's actually just you. You've had a lot of desync issues recently, so there's a decent chance it's just you. Wait, did someone spin? Someone has spun.
Marshy.
It's Marshy.
He's back on track now, though.
Still ahead
Damage
of where he started.
winglet. Damage to the right winglet.
Anyway, we have, for the first time in a while, a battle.
Oh, my deltas are broke. Apparently, Arbeng's a minute and 31 behind Techno Sizzle.
I'm the host, so feel free to leave and rejoin.
I'm streaming.
Yeah, I can just give you a brilliant description of what's happening. So, I mean, we could actually have side by side here for the lead, because Techno Sizzle is very close to Andrew Tate. Of course, Andrew Tate has opted for the hard tyres, so he will be slower in this first stint, or at least for the first half of this first stint. So Techno Sizzle really does need to make
I might just leave now. There's no DRS, so...
Yeah, leave now while there's no DRS. I'll give you a great description, as in the old days, of when it was just broadcast on radio.
Invite me.
Techno Sizzle 2 behind here.
Invite me.
And I now can't give you a description because I'm inviting Kofi. 1 second. Right, so...
If this doesn't let me join, I swear to Jesus.
It is currently the only on-track battle. No, it's not. So, do we have any other on-track battles? The AlphaTauri of Felix is pressuring Gaffo in the other AlphaTauri. Techno Sizzle still remains just 3/10 behind Andrew Tate in the lead, so we will focus on that for now. But elsewhere, Jackie Gabbana is closing in on Silky and Holman. But as we go to the first DRS zone of this race, Andrew Tate is on about 90%. Oh no. That's concerning.
Right. What the... They're pulling away from Arbeng, though. That's weird.
Well, I mean, in other news, we have a 2/10 separated battle for the lead right here.
Onto the hangar straight we go. This will be an all-important exit for Top G Andrew T to hold the lead. A very... Okay, that's tier 1, like lines, right there. This guy's tier 1.
But...
Anyway, though, Techno
Sizzle go for
down
the lead.
the inside he
does go down
goes.
the inside.
Wheel to wheel. Not really, because there's a massive space between the two, but...
he's been done in there.
Really has. Can Perez squeeze past to go wheel to wheel?
We have the two AlphaTauris side by side, and Felix
Gaffo's
has
around.
understeered into... Oh no, yeah, sorry, that's Gaffo has understeered into his teammate of WRL Felix by the looks of it. Didn't look like it was either of their fault.
She managed that fastest lap, but Techno Sizzle just 4/10 behind the leader, desperately pushing to take the lead for his first race win this season.
Oh, bit of
reignite his
oversteer
championship
from Andrew
hopes.
Tate there.
Bit
Andrew Tate's got a poor exit.
Techno Sizzle, very good exit. DRS wide open, ERS being used. Down the outside he tries to go into Brooklands. Brakes
Andrew
late.
Tate
Andrew takes
defends the
very strong
position.
line, but down the inside in left field, surely Techno takes a position. Andrew looks for the switchback.
This is brilliant
Unfortunately, cannot
racing,
make
but
it.
Techno
Andrew gets the
Sizzle
slightly
takes
better.
the lead.
Will benefit from the slipstream. We could have a little bit of side by
Oh
side
god,
through
no.
cops here. Down the outside, Andrew T tries to go, but nearly a bit of
There, I
contact between
think,
the two.
and that'll be a warning for Andrew Tate. Oh god, that is some straight line speed. I've never seen it.
But
I
Techno
mean-
Sizzle does pick up the DRS. Onto the hanger straight we go. Andrew just managing his ERS. Techno's burning it.
And Techno
Down the
goes
outside he
clean
goes,
past.
and into the lead he goes.
Oh, could he
New
get
race to the leader.
switchback here? I mean, Andrew
Looks
Tate is
for it, but
very
Andrew's
close.
very close. Maybe close enough for a send. Thinks better of it. Chooses
He's
sitting
not used
behind.
any ERS at all.
Worrying.
He's
But
got
a bit of an error in
80%.
traction there from Techno. Now under pressure from Andrew T. Maybe into turn 1. He does think of pulling along to the inside, but chooses no. Into turn 3 though, a good overtaking spot. Down the inside Andrew goes. Brakes late. Almost a very good move, but Techno, very good line, very quick round the corner. Onto the ones and straight we go. Andrew nearly spins on traction. Andrew runs wide, very weird, but he has a very good run. DRS wide open, down the inside he goes, into Brooklands. Oh, this is brilliant. Hopefully this goes on every lap. Owen?
Yep, sorry, no, I'm just checking something. Can you just commentate for a second?
Oh, we can have a bit of side by side through cops. Oh my god. Oh! That's an unbelievable move from Top G Andrew T. 100% tier 1 pace, but there's a bit of rain on the track. Oh! That is interesting. You can see a bit of rain develop on the track, but that doesn't interrupt our fight for the lead. Techno Sizzle, DRS wide open on the hanger straight. Can't get close enough for the move. Of course, he will have the better grip during the damp parts of the track. Andrew pulls into pits, Techno runs another lap. Anyway, he comes onto the inters. Magnus follows. A few drivers do. Most stay out. I think it is slightly too early for inters, but only time will tell. Depends if it just gets a bit more wet during this lap. At the minute, it looks dry enough though.
So, Techno Sizzle though is in the lead. The hards do now at this point seem like a terrible decision, but this
Let's just
does
watch
not look-
Andrew T's outlap. Okay.
This does not look ready for the Inter at all.
No, it doesn't. And
But
what the
the
hell?
grip does look bad.
Um,
Do you know what I mean? Without saying it.
no.
Can you? It might just be me. Could be my game being broke, but that does right there, through there. It's just it went up without braking.
It's going down for me.
It's going down now on here, but
Okay, that's suspicious.
yeah. Okay, that's concerning. Anyway, we won't talk about that until after the race. But as it stands, Techno Sizzle does lead, and he stayed out for another lap here.
It's
He
definitely
does
not
not think
into
it's
weather.
ready for the
It's
Inters.
definitely not into weather yet.
Andrew
I don't
has
blame him.
made a mistake here. He's
Far,
definitely
far,
on the
far
wrong
too
tyre.
early.
Question
However, it does
is-
seem to be getting very damp here. Andrew T picks for 3 seconds, and the rain has picked up certainly. This might be the wrong call from Techno to stay out one more lap, because this rain seems slightly heavier than it did the lap before. DRS is disabled, which means it is wet enough to be considered inters according to this game. So I'm sure Techno will pick this lap. It just depends how much of his advantage he can keep to the inter runners now. Silky picks for 3 seconds. Technosizzle just feeling the lack of grip, just becoming ever
It
present.
still doesn't look too bad though.
No, but
And
DRS is disabled.
he's gained
so.
a lot of time on Andrew Tate here. He's still gaining time actually.
No, he's losing time now. He should pit. Oh, he's
And
not.
he stayed out another lap. I agree with him honestly. It doesn't look ready. Elsewhere, Hallman has had a spin. Technos will just stay out. Andrew Tate is
Arsenal 2-0 down.
ERS.
For those who are watching this instead of the race, Arsenal are 2-0 down to Southampton.
I doubt anyone's watching this instead of that. But anyway, I mean, unless they're in the race. As we ride on board, well, at least I do. I'm not sure what you're up to, but riding on
I'm
board
watching
with
Technosizzle.
I am also. You can see the completely still raindrops on his car as he goes through Luffield.
But he is one of 3 people to remain on the dry tyre. I think it is definitely ready for Inters now. The track's texture has switched.
Yeah, that's the wrong choice. Interestingly, Orabeng 2 seconds ahead of Andrew Tate.
He's still got the time advantage, but can he keep it through the through a very important section of the track here? Important not to spin, but important to keep it as quick as possible. Very difficult for Technosizzle. He'll be feeling the lack of grip through here.
With Technosizzle staying out here, we could very well end up with Orabeng in the lead again. Okay, back to needs an invite 1 second.
Anyway,
Right,
though,
back
Techno
to-
chooses
you
to
have been
pit.
sent an
Silky,
invite.
I'm sure will follow him. The track has
Yeah,
just
Vincent
massively
is now.
switched up. Silky's... oh, he's disconnected.
Oh, that is so lucky.
I feel so bad.
Oh god.
Anyway,
Right,
it remains to see whether
Technosizzle in the pit
Orabeng will
lane.
take the lead here. Technosizzle in the pit lane has made a stop, but the
I
pit
think
lane
he's
is
done it.
ridiculously long here. I
think
think
he's
it's going to
fine.
be close. No, I think he's fine actually, yeah.
It really does depend on the corners that we didn't see.
Technosizzle,
Orabeng have done it
the
though.
correct call, it seems. Oh, hang on.
Right, let me invite Silky.
The correct call, but not by much. Orbank has reduced his gap to Sizzle. It's much less than it was before the rain came.
I think that honestly, Orabeng got that strategy perfect there. He's gained.
He's undercut
not
Andrew
lost
T,
any.
his main lane rival here. And he's not too far from Techno. He's not got much ERS compared to Techno, who has 50. And Andrew T, who's now on 70.
I'm just trying to find Silky to invite him. I will. There he is. Right. So, Silky's race is over. Let's just. I mean, I wouldn't blame him for just not rejoining now, because that is depressing. But do we have a potential fight for the lead? Because Orabeng, 9/10 away from Technosizzle, of course, it's going to be near impossible to overtake in these conditions.
But it'll make any overtake all the better.
Silky has now pit for the Inter. So as it stands,
Orbank
actually,
has dropped back. Technosizzle's very good pace in the wet.
yeah, it must be said. I don't think Orabeng has gone the right way on setup this weekend. He's just like he's not seemed to be driving badly. Just he doesn't quite have the pace. I think he might just have maybe a bit too low downforce, maybe a bit too high downforce. It's difficult to tell. Silky, after rejoining, he's... I think that is AI there. Yeah, Silky's still AI. But he is now on the Inter at least. So, have we got any battles on track? The Hass of Holmond is coming up to the back of Random Kitty Captain. No, he's not, he's dropped out of a second.
Oh, he's back in
Right,
now.
so... Yep, we're gonna have to watch the battle for 11th here because... Well, nothing else has happened.
The battle for the lead was short-lived.
Yeah, I mean, Orbeng's just sort of like... not driven.
But Top G isn't really gaining either. He's back on 90% ERS. He's got incredible traction for the wet as well. Never mind, as I say they overstays, but yeah, okay.
Just, I don't understand his ERS. Though it has been doing weird things for other people as well.
Let's just watch.
Like he just did it for Orbeng there. So I'm slightly more concerned that someone has glitched the lobby. I don't understand why he's not using ERS though, and keeping it at 100.
He's getting it back weirdly quick.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people are.
No, not as quick as he is.
Oh well, we'll get Gaffer's look at it after. No doubt though, he's been driving well. But
Yeah,
at the
I'm not
moment,
going to try and hack his A because I don't want to do that, but...
yeah, it just, I think it's a game glitch in terms of the visual representation of the ERS, as actually he's been overtaken by WR. I don't think he's hacking, I think this is literally just the game making it look a bit suspicious. But as we continue on, Techno Sizzle is doing a brilliant job here. I don't want to curse him, like has happened many times to me, but I mean he's doing great. You can't deny it. Yeah, we still have no on. Actually, no, we do have an on-track battle. The one of WRL Felix and the one and only Andrew Tate. I mean, gotta admit that one is just truly exciting. And will Felix send it there? No, not quite. But still, this is potentially, just like back in Austria, the one battle that we will have race long.
Yeah, and it's for a podium place again. So at least it's getting mildly interesting.
Oh, will Felix go for it in cops here? He looked like he wanted to there for a second, but he doesn't do it in the end. It has to be said that, interestingly, of those two cars battling for second that made that Austria race the most entertaining thing I've ever watched, it is now a sandwich of those two cars. One of them is leading, and one of them's 27 seconds behind the next car, with a penalty.
However, we have Felix desperately trying to get that final podium place, and does
that
get
is
it.
a beautiful move.
Especially in the
Andrew
web, but
Tate goes down the inside.
Contact between the two.
Felix. Will he go for the switch back in the final corner? He will. They're side by side through the final corner. Surely there's contact here.
Was
There is, but
not enough for
they're
any.
both still alive. That is incredible stuff. Oh, okay,
Oh,
Andrew Tate.
oh.
And Andrew Tate has been spun round. This is tragic. Honestly, you can't blame them for that. Side by side through a flat corner in the wet is never going to go well.
Yeah.
And in the midst of all of this, Techno Sizzle is still quietly extending his lead.
Yeah, Techno. We thought it'd be Orba. Oh, Random Kitty Captain has retired.
And is that a full safety car?
Full course safety car. No, wait, hang on. Yeah, full course, yeah.
What we would like to know is it going to dry up? Is anyone going to Ah, God, I'm sorry. Sorry. Is anyone gonna risk it on the dries? Maybe it's gonna get wetter. Is anyone gonna risk it going for the full wets under this safety car? Maybe even another set of inters. Maybe the inters can't get to the end of the race. They are not the most durable of tyres. It does tend to be the wets that can do that. We have a lot of interesting strategy decisions here. So, first to reach the pit lane will of course be our leader, Techno Sizzle. What will he do? I would expect he'll stay out given he's on the youngest inters of anyone but the disconnect of YT Silky, who I believe is still not here. He does potentially need an invite actually. Can you take a look for a second while I invite?
Yeah.
So it would appear Silky's gone offline, so that is his race most likely over. 2 Magnus is the one that risks it all. He has pit. Of course his race hasn't been going great so far. He does seem to quietly get up to P5. And he has gone for another set of inters. That could be a brilliant strategy call right there if the other cars can't get to the end.
It could. Well, it'll be very difficult for him to get through the grid. Back 2 has got rear wing damage, so he will have a mare on these next few laps.
Yeah, that's going to be horrific. So it is interesting to note that Magnus has 5 lap fresher tyres than the only other non-disconnected car. Some cars he has an 8 lap advantage. On inters where you're sliding around quite a lot, and inter tyre wear does tend to be relatively high, I think. Magnus could be in a brilliant position here.
Andrew T is convinced that collision was Felix's fault.
I would say it's a racing incident, but
I would also say it is.
I mean, you get very
side by side through
PVs.
turn 1 in the dry is dangerous enough. In the wet, it's basically just guaranteed death for at least one person.
But neither of them have got damage by the looks of it, and they're still next to each other. So, potato potato. I'm sure it's fine. No real need to penalise there when a safety car has kind of neutralised it a lap later. And crucially, cut down Techno Sizzle's 5-second lead on anyone. So looking at the grid, finally, after Hallman has pit for new inters, Marshy isn't last. Only took him 13 laps after spinning on lap 1. But Marshy, not far off the points. In fact, if you would expect that every car that finishes will probably finish in a points position, given how the end of these races usually tends to go on restarts especially. There is always drivers that you expect to die in these races, especially someone who's got damage from other incidents. Like, I'll be honest, if back 2 gets to the end, he's done a brilliant job of rear wing damage in the wet, because that's just hell. I think this could be a really good race towards the end here, because 2 Magnus did have really good race pace. He's on fresh tyres. I think he's going to give us some quality racing here.
I hope he does.
Of course, if he gets spun round, I mean, that would be really depressing for everyone, because he's probably going to be the entertainment focus of this race now, assuming that Tate and Felix don't murder each other, which I can kind of see them doing. But surely the safety car will be in this lap. So, would it say it would be in this lap yet, or do we need to wait a little bit longer?
A little bit longer.
So, Andrew Tate, our pole sitter, is down to 4th in his first ever race in the league. A person whose Discord account was only created on the 14th of April, which has definitely raised suspicion. I mean, I'm still convinced that he's some sort of rejoiner of the league. Of course, it's impossible to determine that, but a brand new Discord account that's this quick, I mean, suspicions have to be raised, but the safety car isn't in this lap, so the monologue is worth nothing. Brilliant. How long has this safety car been out?
Quite long. Jackie one isn't hurts.
I think he might have got damage from contact with Gaffer. I'm not sure on that, that's kind of made up. And what happened there?
Jesus.
Well, that's concerning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like Magnus has damage. Marshy's race is ruined. He's got a lot of penalties now. In fact, there's only 2 cars that don't have penalties, and that is our top 2. Technosizzle, he hasn't won a race this season, not sure if he's won one in his career, but he has had a pole position at Singapore, the race that you missed, Kofi, but it was a solid race. In that race we had a Orobeng lead every single lap with 2 Magnus right behind him in all of them. That was a great race to watch. Of course we had the legendary Jack in that race, never to return again because he doesn't like commentating nor watching F1, but still it was funny while it lasted. So we have, I mean, a bit of overtaking there from Gaffo and Tate. Questionable, but I'm sure it's fine. So, as it stands, AlphaTauri, of all the constructors, arguably, are doing the best. Which I would love to be the case for Tier 1, but it's not. In fact, I mean, actually, no, I finally got quite a good teammate. SJR Williams, pretty good. I'm quite happy about that. Because I didn't have a proper teammate in every single other race. But now, I finally got someone who's good.
That's rude.
Right, half of them didn't even do races, so
I used to be
SJR
teammate.
Williams is good. No, I mean as AlphaTauri. Because the first 5 races of the season there wasn't really another teammate, but the safety car is in this lap. Let's ignore Tier 1 and focus on the battle for the lead in Tier 2.
Let's see how good Technosizzle's restart can be.
Orobeng is side by side with him, and okay, that's a question. Oh my
good
god,
restart,
Andrew Tate.
look at Andrew
What
the hell?
He could get the lead here. That is incredible. He's nearly spun. I mean, that is possibly the best restart we have ever seen.
Up 2 positions on the restart.
There's contact there. Andrew Tate goes down the inside on Technosizzle.
Massive chaos through the first few turns.
Tate goes for the switchback.
Oh,
is he gonna get the lead here?
Oh my god! What a
He does. That is incredible. I mean, that's gonna get investigated, but I don't know what's gone on there. But Andrew Tate has got quite possibly the best safety car restart I have ever seen. That was incredible. How he's not got an illegal overtake for that, we'll never know. Because he does have a 3-second penalty, but I don't think he'll care because that is probably the best move I've ever seen in this tier. That was, I mean, he pushed Technosizzle a little bit out of the way, but nothing you don't see Perez do in real life, so that was, I mean, that was incredible. I've got no
don't
words
tell me he's
for
just going to disappear off into the distance.
It doesn't look like he is.
God.
So, we've actually, so far, got quite a close race here. Magnus has stayed in position despite being on the new Instas. If people get punctures though, Magnus will be in a wonderful position. The
Dreamland.
Holman has just been switched back by Backton in a very Frugos Hamilton fashion right there. fights down the grid. Does seem like a Holman and back to the closest at the moment, other than Jackie Cabana and Imashi. Imashi is finally in the points.
Top Andrew T though, and Technos will continue to fight. Arben's dropped out of the ones like, oh, he's back in it. Oh, and he's dropped out again. He doesn't seem to have the pace today.
Has just gone through Imashi, and Imashi's gone back through Jackie Cabana.
Onto the Wellington straight we go. There's a 6/10 gap separating Technos and Andrew T.
So it does seem though, like again, Arabeng is dropping back slightly.
Even after using the RS.
It's not what you expect from Arabeng. He's not having his best weekend. The man who's pretty much dominated the tier so far, and Andrew Tate has got another penalty. That is well, that's
his
not
race probably over.
I mean, unless Technosizzle gets 6 seconds of penalties in 8 laps, I don't see it happening.
Anyway, though, he could be going for a move here. Down the hanger straight, on the outside he looks to go. Risky in the wet. Can't make it stick. Looking for a cheeky switchback. Can't make that stick either.
So, Technosizzle has just one warning, and he got it on lap 1, which probably means he got pushed off and can get it removed.
I don't think he wants to get a warning removed.
If he gets a penalty, he might.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Not sure why.
Back 2, I think.
Right, our attention is, of course, on the battle for the lead, even though it's 6 seconds penalties. We're still watching it.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant racing, of course. Magnus has made a move on Marshy, I think. Or someone. I mean, he's gone off a position. So that's exciting stuff there.
To be honest, if I were Techno, I'd just sit behind, because if you fight, you're letting Arben catch up, and then your race win is in danger because Arben doesn't have no penalties. But if you stay behind and Arben can't catch up, it's basically a given win.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation.
Unless he wants to win on track, which of course I would actually want to do. So, depends.
I mean, he's gonna have to be rapid if he wants to get out of the penalty zone of Arabeng here. And it's championship leader, Mr. Arabeng we're talking about here. He's not slow. I mean, he's probably one of the quicker ones.
Onto the hanger straight, down the outside he goes again. Top G has that slight advantage in top speed, but down the outside, can he make it stick? Still side by side on the exit, use as much of the cone as possible, and he's ahead in the wet. That's an unbelievable move from Technosizzle.
I mean, just the traction was brilliant, and Technosizzle is back where he probably feels he needs to be. He's been doing great so far in this race.
Back where he probably feels he belongs as well.
Lead. So, the question is, will he be able to pull away, get a nice clear gap? We'd hope not, so the race is interesting, but you never know. In other news, Felix is putting Arbank under a bit of pressure.
Arbank just doesn't have the pace today.
I mean, I'd say he has damage, but...
He doesn't.
Not noticeable anyway.
Actually, is he missing an end plate?
No.
No, he's not. I think Arbank has just gone the wrong way on setup, because we know he's a good driver. Just not got on his way, but we say that he's still
Britain
exactly
on controller isn't exactly a good track.
Is he on controller?
Yeah.
Oh, he's pretty good for controller. I never realised that. Anyway, back to the race at hand. Technosizzle and Andrew Tate fighting for the lead. Just unheard of stuff. You've seen it here first. Of course, Technosizzle can just kind of relax, really. I mean, Tate has a penalty. He doesn't need to worry about it. Arbeng's more than a second back.
Much more than a second back.
In fact, he seems to be really slow on the straights.
And isn't really recouping that on the corners either. So yeah, Felix, definitely a setup issue.
Felix could go for a move here. He chooses not to, but I think it's only a matter of time by when Felix gets past, because he does seem to have a bit of pace on Arbank here. And Gaffo's just sticking behind as well.
Top G fell out the second, so that is the fight for the lead, unfortunately. Over it seems.
Yeah.
See Magnus just sitting down in 8th, settling down. His strategy will come to him eventually, surely. Unless it's the wrong strategy, then it won't, but...
I mean, looking at how people are doing at the moment, I don't see anyone having a puncture. And that is kind of what Magnus's strategy relies on.
You can't really
here.
tell on Insters whether it's about to be a puncher, though. Andrew's just dropped off massively. He's now under pressure from Arbang. I'm not sure what's
I wonder
happened
if he
there.
got damage.
No. He's just slow, it seems. Maybe he's disconnected. No, he... Okay.
What's going on here? Well, that's odd.
I think he's disconnected.
Maybe he just lost it. Arbang though picks up a penalty. Right, surely. I mean, Ternos is the only man without a penalty now. Brilliant chance of winning this race.
Literally his race to lose. But anyway, though, Arbang down the outside, he looks to go on top G Andrew T. No. But he's gone for a switchback, and it's a very impressive move if he can make it stick. Into Vale now. Can Arbang squeeze past? It goes wheel to wheel. Neither of them go off, neither of them go through.
But still side by side. This is not the
Contact, Arbang nearly spins. And now he's under pressure from Gaffo.
Tower of Felix. Oh, that's Gaffo.
That's Gaffo. Gaffo just appeared.
When did Gaffo get past Felix?
Andrew runs wide.
Andrew Tate's gone off.
There's contact between the two.
And Gaffo.
And Arbang
Andrew Tate
up into P2. Arbang. Holman's in P3.
Holman! Yes! Yes!
Go on, Holman. Go on, Holman. Go on, Holman.
Oh my god, this is brilliant. This is actually the best race I've ever seen.
He needs to make sure he's 3 seconds clear of Felix towards the end. He's got 6 seconds.
At the moment. Oh my god, yes! This is the best race I have ever seen if Holman gets the penalty.
Podium.
Holman, no pressure, mate.
Podium, you mean?
Please. I mean, what if he gets past Arbang? Arbang could have damage from those kerfuffles.
Come on, Holman!
Yes!
Not being biased here or anything, but like...
No, there's no bias at all, but everyone loves Holman.
Yeah.
Oh, this is incredible.
Please don't lose 1.6 seconds. Please don't lose 1.6 seconds. He's lost a lot of time.
Andrew Tate has now stopped on track in his last... Yeah. I have a feeling he might be slightly...
Holman's lost a lot of time. Safety car. Oh, it's a safety car.
Andrew Tate seemed to have caused... He's just been disqualified.
However, 4 laps remain and there's a safety car. Now, I don't want to sound mean, but I am absolutely praying for chaos behind Holman.
Yeah.
Or he can get his penalty overturned.
There is not a single person that doesn't want Holman to get that podium.
Exactly.
I don't know why we love him so much, but we love Holman. I mean, this would be... He had a brilliant race last time, his best ever race, finishing P5. This would improve that even more. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are annoyed about that chaos. Gaffo will be one of them. I'm sure that Andrew Tate himself will be another. But you can't deny that none of it matters anymore because Holman's third.
Holman is third.
I think I might actually just quickly clip my reaction to that.
I'm just screenshot this.
This is a moment to remember.
This is a grand moment in CTCR's history. It could be the day that Holman picks up his first podium.
Everyone wants to see that.
Everyone's a Holman fan, even if you say you're not, you're a Holman fan. Well, let's be honest. It is still certainly Techno's race to lose.
The reaction on the stream to Holman is brilliant. Is the safety car in this lap? No, it is not. So back to the commentary. Let's look at the tyres while we're here, because there's not much. Gaffo has gone for the wet.
Top G100T's brake pedal got stuck on 100%.
Oh, that's the reason, is it? I mean, yeah, it's unlucky because he's been disqualified from a race where he still could have easily recovered. People are pitting for the wets.
It actually does look quite wet, to be fair, but it's too late to pit for wets and expect any decent thingy.
Are you sure about that? 2 laps is a lot. I mean, we've seen a lot can happen in 2 laps right here. But there is only one thing that we want, and that is the Holman P3. I mean, Techno Sizzle also, he's done a brilliant job in this race. And being the only one without penalty, he's got a very good chance of winning here, even if he does lose.
Did Orange just hit a wall? I wasn't looking, I just heard a wall smash, and Orange was just really close to the wall when I was on a look.
Doesn't look to have damage. I can't see any front wings. So they should be fine. Safety car will surely be in this lap. It doesn't look like the wets are working for Gaffer. It's difficult to tell. What would you say about Gaffo's tyres? Do they look alright to you, or is it...
Gaffo's?
Yeah, he's on the wets.
What do you mean, do they look alright?
Like, does it look like he's got any grip to you?
Safety car, I can't tell. It looks
Well,
the same
yeah,
to this year.
We'll find out soon enough, because the safety car is in this lap. Techno Sizzle here for hoping for his first win. Mr. Orbank hoping to continue his current win streak of a number that we probably can't physically count on one hand. Holman, the only person we want to win this race. We want him to have a podium.
Come on, Holman.
Holman with the best race of his career potentially here. No pressure. But Techno Sizzle leads us away. Has he gone early?
Seems he has. Not.
It's difficult to tell because you get no traction in the wet anyway, but he has, I think, gone, and Oravang had a bit of oversteer there, but they are all, for now, alive and kind of okay. I'm going to watch Gaffo to see... Okay, Gaffo's gone completely off, but it looks like Gaffo might win this.
You want to laugh, mate? He's 8th.
I think it might be full wet.
Yes, but he's 7th in the wet. You can't overtake 6 cars in 1 lap.
He went round the outside of a car at turn 2 when he wasn't side by side at turn 1.
Right, Magnus, right, I love you and all, but, like, can you slow down and hold up Felix?
Yep, everyone wants that call on the podium. Actually, look, I mean, people could get penalties here. We can't discount them. So it's the leader gap and that's it. So Techno Sizzle, he's not really challenged. No, only one without penalty. He's looking good.
He's also second clear.
Gaffo though, he's 4.4 off the lead. It's not possible for Gaffo to win this. Maybe he could sneak onto the podium too though.
He's 1.4 behind the next car and isn't gaining no win. Let it go.
Yeah, he's gone off there. I think Wets and Inters do just seem similar here. I don't think they're that quick. So, looking at the man, the myth, the legend, Holman himself, he is putting pressure on Orabank here. That is just... he's hit Orabank.
Bit too much pressure.
Right, and Holman, with a brilliant move round the outside, takes second place. I mean, there's going to be questions asked about that overtake right there, but no one cares because Holman, the man, the myth, the legend, is in second place. He could win this on track.
Magnus though, down the inside of
Magnus
Arbeng he
down the
goes.
inside of
What a
That was
move!
a brilliant move.
And he's stolen the last podium place from his championship rival.
I mean,
And now
Arbeng
Arbeng's
will be
under pressure
annoyed
from
by that, and
Felix.
he could be losing more positions here. No, he's got a good exit, but could Holman get this podium? I mean, he's gaining on Techno Sizzle. This is actually, he's got good pace here. This is actually incredible. Like, after the first few races of the season, Holman didn't look like he was doing very well, but in these last two races, he has shown up and he has been brilliant. Like, just incredible. Can't deny Techno Sizzle as well, doing a great job. Only driver without a penalty in this race. That is
Unbelievably impressive stuff.
Yeah. But everyone cares about Holman.
Well, I don't think he's going to get his podium wishes unless Arbeng and Magnus pick up a penalty, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, given Arbeng and Magnus' history, I wouldn't be surprised if they end each other's lives.
It could happen.
It's not unrealistic. Actually, I'll have a quick look at the warnings of Arbeng and Magnus. So,
But, of course, across the line we go. Techno Sizzle picks up his first win of the season. But, of course, the all important one is on track. Holman is P2. He's down to P5 now, but Holman is P2 on track. That's
I didn't realise it was the last lap. I forgot what lap it was, sorry about that. But
Idiot.
yeah, Holman's driver of the day. I don't care what anyone says. He did a brilliant job. Techno Sizzle also, great job out front. Had a very clean race. Can't really fault him, honestly. Did everything he could. Got the strategy just right. Good job. Great job from Techno Sizzle, really. Magnus returning to the podium with the fastest lap as well. Good race from him and a brilliant overtake on Arbeng, who is on the podium again. Then you've got the AlphaTauri of Felix just missing out on the podium in fourth. Holman, best driver of the day, finished P2 on track, but after penalties is fifth. Then we have Gaffo, owner, who gave up his seat and did the next race as a reserve, so clearly not giving up his seat, in sixth. Probably just got fed up with the Ferrari sound. Jackie Urbana, the other Aston Martin, who did not do qualifying, was in seventh. Imashi, great podium sitter last time out and a great battle with Techno Sizzle, our race winner last time out, is in eighth. Back to spawn you go after rear wing damage, unlucky for him, is in ninth. Essence Acid rounds off the points in 10th, and Whitey Silky, who had an early disconnect, is in 11th. The non-finishers are Random Kitty Captain, and the disqualified drivers were Andrew Tate, pole sitter, who had a lot of incidents and his brake pedal broke, and Jack LFC, who was disqualified before the race even started because the game is not brilliant. So that was round, I don't know, Kofi, what round was it?
We thank you for watching round 7 of CTCR, and we hope to see you next week for round 8, Spa.
Well, you could have said it with a bit of emotion.
No, I hate Spa.
Yeah, but like, just, oh, okay, well. See you next week.